Judicial reform is back in the spotlight at the State House.
Two bills are being considered that would change how judges are chosen in South Carolina. Our Aaron Baker has been following this. He joins us with the latest. Aaron.
Yeah, good evening to you both. South Carolina is one of two states where judges are appointed by the legislature, but before they're voted on by the General Assembly, candidates are screened by the Judicial Merit Selection Commission, also known as JMSC. 10 people are on the commission, 3 House members, 3 senators, and 4 members of the public. House Bills 4179 and 4183 want to change that makeup. Lawmakers behind the bill say 6 of the 10 people on the current commission are also criminal defense attorneys.
There are ways in which that system can be abused, and it has to do with many of the legislators being lawyers themselves that might be arguing cases in front of these judges that they select.
So under the proposed bills, the JMSC would still be made up of 10 people, but the makeup and who would appoint them would change. 6 people would be appointed by the governor, 2 members would be appointed by the president of the Senate, and 2 members would be appointed by the Speaker of the House. An interesting point of contention between the 2 bills: one would ban any lawmakers who are lawyers from being members of the commission. The other bill would ban all lawmakers from the commission entirely. You may remember Governor McMaster called for judicial reform at his State of the State address earlier this year. Both bills are in a House committee. If they pass the House, the Senate would discuss them next year, since the 2023 legislative session ends in May. Nigel.
Aaron,